The aging population is presenting challenges in certain areas, with fishing villages in the nation no exception. Today, we take a look at what's being done to prevent them from disappearing. Our economics correspondent Lee Soo-jin joins us in the studio. Soo-jin, to start off, in what way the future of fishing villages is at risk?
So first of all, you can tell just by looking at the fishing population that the villages are at significant risk of disappearing. In 2019, the fishing population stood at more than 113,000, but last year it plunged to around 87,000, declining by 40%. Because a key factor leading to demographic decline in these villages is the aging population, the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries has been working with local governments to bring young people to fishing villages by providing opportunities to learn fish techniques as well as financial support to ensure a stable transition. I met with some young fishermen who made this transition, so let's take a look. Once vibrant and full of life, fishing villages along the coast of South Korea are slowly dying. But Chung Hee-chang, who is in his 30s, moved just 3 months ago to one such village on Yongyu-do Island in the port city of Incheon.
I worked as an IT programmer for 6 or 7 years, but my passion for fishing led me to switch careers.
He meets with a local fisherman almost daily to learn the skills needed for his new job. Chung previously took an education program by the local government, which is encouraging more young people to enter the fisheries industry through hands-on experiences and guest lectures from successful fishermen.
It looks like I can earn more than I did when I worked in an office. You can also take breaks whenever you want.
Ha Do-gun, who also became a fisherman in his 30s after over a decade in the delivery business, mentioned the same perks after 4 years in the profession.
The best part is that if you go out and work more, you'll also make more.
He not only now has 6 deckhands under him, but is also a proud owner of a fishing boat worth around 300 million won, or $220,000 thanks to support funds from the local government. And his success, he says, was only possible due to training from seasoned fishermen like Cha Jong-up, who has over 20 years of experience. But while some locals like Cha are eager to pass down their knowledge, others are less open to newcomers.
Everyone's old. The average age is over 60. I believe we need new fishermen, but there's limited space for casting nets, so locals should share it with newcomers.
In 2023, 48% of the fishing village population were aged 65 and older, more than twice the national average, underscoring the need for younger people. But while financial support and training are crucial, he stressed that the government must also bridge the generational gap through measures that include mediating how fishing spots are used.
Does the loss of fishing villages impact Korea more than it does other nations?
It does actually, and that's why it's such a serious issue, because it impacts not just economic activity, but also national security. Here's what an expert said on this.
We cannot protect such a vast sea area, which is 4.4 times the size of our land, with just our Coast Guard alone. If our fishing villages disappear, we could become significantly vulnerable. Second of all, it would become difficult to ensure a safe and stable supply of seafood.
He added that attracting young people is the most practical long-term solution and suggested diversifying the types of fishing businesses that they can receive support funds for, such as distribution, processing, or tourism.
And it's not just happening here. So how are other countries dealing with this issue?
Right, so our neighboring country, Japan, is another country that is experiencing dramatic declines in its fishing population. Just like in Korea, the population of Japan over 65 years old in fishing villages is greater than that of the country as a whole, and over 30% compared to 40%. It has moved to diversify the economy through tourism ventures such as recreation fishing, and more importantly, laws were revised to allow tourism businesses to have legal access to fishing port facilities to encourage young people to visit and live there. With a steady influx of younger individuals in the future, as well as through a wide range of measures, the economy and the social fabric of coastal regions across the country will be both preserved and revitalized.
All right, Soo-jin, thank you for your report today.
Thank you for having me.